What's up, witches? It's me, the Lunar Priest, aka Cheyenne. I'm here with a relationship reading today, so I'm really excited to hop in. We have piles 1, 2, and 3. Take your time or go with the first one that calls to you. Scroll down to the description box where you'll find the timestamps of where your reading starts. Click on it, hop right over, but before you do, make sure that you're liking this video, subscribing to my channel. It really helps to support me in making content and whatnot. And without further ado, let's just hop right into the reading. Hey, pile 1. Okay, we have a plethora of tarot and oracle cards for your relationship reading today. I do want to say that this reading is for like existent relationships. That's all I want to say. So I pre-selected the cards as usual, but I haven't seen them yet. They just got shuffled and placed into the pile, so we'll be seeing them together for our first time. If something in this reading doesn't resonate for you, just leave it right where it is. This reading is just meant to be helpful, useful, guidance, entertainment, etc. And to open up the reading, I always like to look at this crystal associated to your pile. So this is a really beautiful amethyst, and it comes from Africa. You know, the first thing I think about this crystal is how multifaceted and deep and spiritual it really is. So if you are, you know, in a relationship, which you are, or you're in a situation that is becoming a relationship, I do get deep past life friendship. I do think that this group has had like some really rocky ups and downs, and there's been a lot of acceptance and compassion and raw and real beauty in the shared experiences. I also think that you guys could be having children, or this is a relationship that will have an outcome of children. But there's an intense soul connection here, a soul tie. And I'm getting that, you know, this is probably the most intense connection, where just like the shadow and the light, the polarity has really been shared between the two of you, where you really know the inside and out, or you're going to get to know the inside and out of your partner. And yeah, like, it's real. I think that there's moments where you have had big questions and the relationship has been tested like immensely. And the thing is that the pressure and the experiences though can be very rugged and hard, and or you've like been through a lot with this person. It always comes out like more beautiful, growing. And I also hear unexpected, like to expect the unexpected, because there are some unexpected blessings coming into this relationship. Like if you're trying to have a baby, if you're trying to move, if you're trying to get new jobs, like I see unexpected fortune and blessings coming your way. It's really good manifestation here. Okay, yawning, that's normal. Here we go. I tend to make bodily noises when things get spiritual. So we're gonna keep going. We're opening up the reading with the Prism Oracle. So one for you, one for them. Ghost, stop. Okay, this person right now currently is maybe in a position where they are feeling more distant because they are at a crossroads in their life. Like, it may not seem like it, but Spirit is making sure that they take the next few steps pretty carefully. I see a refocusing for them. I see that they are like very, oh my gosh, sorry, like very eye-opened. They're really opening their eyes to everything in their lives, counting their blessings, and getting realistic about what they want to do. And this is a part of those unexpected blessings. They are reassessing so that they know in their heart the truth of everything, so that, you know, whatever they're about to manifest is in full truth, and they don't have any like doubts about the relationship or about the connection. I get that this person might be really responsible, and you might feel kind of unseen, or like you're not getting enough attention, or like questioning your self-worth during this time. But Spirit is giving me a strong message that like this is essential for them to take their next steps and for you to take your next steps, so you can both develop as individual characters, and so that the coming together is much more stronger and authentic. Not that it's not authentic already, but this is necessary for the climax of manifestation headed both of your way. Okay, then we have the Hidden Truth Oracle. I want you, these are like dicey, okay, like these cards are not always good. So you have I want you, beautiful. You speak to me through music, yes. I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay, so this person, I am getting this idea that you're like, I feel so undervalued, or I feel unappreciated, or I feel like they're not wanting to move forward. They know that you are God sent them, and they are preparing to manifest something alongside of you, and they're in it for the long haul. They choose you. You do not have to worry about this person veering off. But the questioning process for them is important. Like if you've been through times where they express like needing distance or not seeming as close, it's like that was essential for them to come to terms with that they are really in love. And this person, like to experience real love, they kind of have to test the structure. They are all about the structural integrity of the things that are like cornerstones of their life, and you're one of them. So you've been tested, which sucks because that can be really painful, but they know that you're really meant for them, and they are about to manifest something that benefits you. Okay, moving on, the Romance Angels Oracle, we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents and trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So when parents get brought up, you know, there could be like in-law situations, or you might have turbulence in your family or your growing up experience, and you are healing some of that stuff alongside them, which is why I think I saw like family life and kids eventually is like you are going to heal the chaos that exists inside of you alongside of them, and their realistic nature allows you to reflect on what is not realistic about you, or where you might still be in victimhood, or where you're projecting your issues onto their family or yours. Like you really are in a growth process spiritually of releasing all that, so you can start a positive family with this person one day. And they're watching that blossom, and they might not express it, but they know you're growing. And sharing the harmony that you experience is as important as like the turbulence. So let's say you get frustrated by someone in their family, or you have a childhood thing that comes up. Being open and vulnerable with those things is important, but also equally important is sharing what you're grateful for, and like what you're learning, and how you're coming more into balance and more into love. Like being like, this thing triggered me, but I'm learning how to like kind of let that go and see beyond, and like coming like demonstrating that you're coming up with coping mechanisms in yourself that make you more self-reliant and not so like point finger-y, really makes them trust you more and inspires them to open up to you. Because I think they could feel like the responsible one, like they can't be too emotional because you might be the more emotional one. Showing them that you're emotionally growing through the challenges that arise is as important as being vulnerable about those challenges, if you know what I mean. Okay, and then moving into our Moonchild, right, Moonchild? Yeah, Moonchild Tarot. These are going to show us a little bit about the operation of this relationship, what things are moving along, etc. I don't know if I'm going to take reversals, probably not. Okay, maybe, because I don't know. Okay. You are really ready to be done working. I think that this relationship is at a standoff point with a manifestation. Like you guys are both working really hard to get to the like place you want to be, but Spirit is saying that like that hard work kind of has to just keep continuing, and it will transform alongside of you, and it will move out of like ego driven territory and into more aligned territory. But like the work you guys are going to do is going to soften up. Like if a lot of energy is going to X, Y, and Z right now, like energy will probably always be going to those places, but not as like crippling as it's been in the past, or debilitating as it's been in the past, where you're like, which I don't know if those are the right words or if that's offensive, I don't mean for it to be, but like, let's say you're really like putting so much energy into something and so are they, and it's affecting the relationship, but it's kind of necessary. Well, those things will always probably be themes, but there will be a point where you can have more balance and it doesn't have to be so like full and chaotic. And that's kind of what you're stepping into, but that requires some ego death. Like a little bit of fear might come up of like, but what if I release this source of income? What if I release this identity? What if X, Y, and Z? Like, you have to kind of move through those releasal things. Like you have to do the release work before things switch back into place, because you have a glimpse into the manifestations that you want, but like some things on the material realm will have to change, and it does require some work. But I do hear that you've gotten through the bulk of the work, and now it's just kind of like maintaining and balancing and paying attention to detail and like correcting your craft and schedule. And that's a part of maturing for both of you, is like getting this balance of schedule down. And your angels and their angels are working very closely with both of you to get you on like your perfect ideal path. Like that's one thing I hear for this pile, is that you are literally going to live your perfect ideal, highest and best manifestation of life together. So yeah, there's gonna be like realistic challenges of getting, you know, a human being in a position where they can live that life. Like there are changes that have to be made. There are detachments that have to happen, but it's all going to happen like much easier than some of the other things you've had to move through in your life. Like I think a lot of you have done some pretty intense work, been through some intense things and healed some intense trauma. So like this is nothing for you. Like you've got this, it's going seamlessly, nothing you're not prepared for. But there are just like little challenges along the way, of course, but the workload will be lightening. More blessings are coming in, but the themes will always kind of be there. And like there are certain things that fully leave, certain things that, you know, are in ebbs and flows. You're learning though how to get that at its like maximum capacity of operation in a way that's really sustainable for your spirit though, for both of you. Okay, so that just takes some communication. Like you guys are just having conversation, and that's really good. Okay, so I have two Moonology cards, one for them. New moon in Leo, shine. And first quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings for you. So Leo and Pisces could both be relevant here. Let's see, Nine of Pentacles is Venus in Virgo. 10 of Wands is, gosh, what is that? Is that Mars in Sagittarius? No, that's Nine of Wands. No. Mars in Sagittarius or Saturn in Sagittarius? I don't know. Sorry. But Sagittarius could be significant. Virgo could be significant. Pisces, Leo. But let's keep moving. So you are in a period where you're doing a lot of spiritual work. You're very much on the other side. You're stepping into your path. You know, you're learning how you can heal others by being authentic to yourself. Your otherworldly nature is coming out. Be cautious not to go into escapism, spending too much time scrolling, being mindful of like using substances to like reach other dimensions or upgrade yourself. Like I'm hearing that like cleanliness of mind and body are very important for you right now. You're kind of prepping your body to live a really long, healthy, happy life. So spirit might kind of start to shift your idea of how you come to consciousness and awareness to more like healthy, sustainable habits, and ask you to step away from things that just are like more detrimental to your health. Because since you are so vast and spiritual, you can get into a little bit of trouble here and there by not checking in with your body, seeing like the quickest and most like exciting path and just taking that rather than maybe one that's more sustainable for the long run. So you're getting more grounded, but honoring your spiritual side, and they're on the cusp of something. Like, I don't know if it's a career taking off, money, a house opportunity, an investment opportunity, children, like something is coming, and it's very much meant to upgrade them, and it will definitely affect you, and you're getting programmed, and like you're getting your like human iOS update to get into this new lifestyle with them. It's gonna be great. So moving right along, we have the Kim Kranz Alchemy deck. One for you, Wise Salt. We love it. You have come a long way. And for them, we have Quicksilver. Oh my gosh, there's like, you two, I don't know, maybe one of you guys is like on the verge of fame, or both. Oh yes, like one of you guys or both are stepping into the public eye. Like total upgrades are coming, and you are like head of household. Like I see you as somebody, like you are putting bread on the table, providing insight. Like people are looking at you for wisdom, clarity, and guidance. You could be a reader, you could be getting an upgrade at your job, like raises. Like you are spiraling up and out for people to see. And you have like taken things for the longest time, and like you didn't even know that what you were doing was going to be like a feast for everybody. Like I'm seeing like you had to savor a piece of yourself. You had to heal a piece of yourself. You had to do the work you had to do to get to where you are now, because you couldn't go on any other way. Like you had to do that for yourself. You did it for yourself, but Spirit is like, but we can use you, like, and we are going to pay you. Like you are in charge of this lifetime. Like you are such a healer in your voice and your story. And I'm like getting emotional. Like you don't even know the amount of people. I'm seeing like masses affected by you throughout, whether this is throughout your life or in a short period of time. Like you have something that the universe is ready to share. And that's why you're also getting downloaded. And I think they're coming into the public eye too in a different way. I see money like flowing towards you in one way, and then money like magnetizing towards them. Like yours might be a little bit more subtle and like a slow build, like a wave, where suddenly you're like in the public eye. But they have something that's like an opportunity. They have a blast of cash. They have a new thing coming their way. And at first it might not be recognizable that it's going to be so big, but it ends up taking up like a lot of space. It's going to be great. They're a little bit more streamlined. They might already have an idea of what is about to happen, or like what they're investing in, and they're wondering if it's going to work. Like the other person does have something up their sleeve that's going to be very good for both of you. And again, yours is more scattered. You have your attention in a lot of places. They have like some focal points, but these two coming together is like, it's giving queen and king energy, queen and queen, king and king, they and them, like however you identify is what I'm saying. It's giving like royal leadership, okay? Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. We're going to start closing this reading out. So we have one of these, and we have faith, humanity, and benevolence. So yeah, like, is that stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. You could feel like there are people gossiping also about you, but like you're in the public eye, you're going to be, what people say and their intentions can't touch you. I see like a really strong blue ring of light, like rainbow thing, like just protecting you, angels. It's like whatever evil eye is cast upon you does not matter to you. Like it does not affect you. You are equipped to continue on, carry on, keep your chest high. Like no one can take away from you what you've worked for. And this relationship definitely is so sturdy and stable that it's like people want what you've got. And sometimes people don't know how to handle that. And like you have to cut people out, or you have to just like turn your head the other way, because it's like, you don't need to look at that. But Spirit's saying very strongly, like, if someone had malintent towards you, or someone wasn't in your highest and best alignment, it's so obvious. Like your guides tell you so right away, or you just have a feeling, and then they're out. So if people start to drop like flies, like out of your life, don't be surprised, because it's like they just weren't meant for you guys. And you'll notice like distance is formed, like lots of boundaries. Spirit's giving you a lot of room to like make the adjustments you guys both need to make. So like people might just like get distanced for a while. It doesn't mean anything bad happened, but it's kind of like just have trust, because you are headed somewhere so miraculous that like you're gonna be so stoked along the way anyway. And you're so protected, and the people who need to hear your message, it's important for you both to speak and be your most authentic, loud selves in the future, because of how many people you inspire and interact with, and like who gets that feeling of joy in people's hearts when they interact with either of you or with this relationship inspires them to make changes in their lives that are so important. And that could be how you affect the masses. Like one or, you know, a handful of people are carrying on a butterfly effect of how they felt when they were inspired by what you've got in your life. And that to Spirit is much more valuable than some people getting jealous or upset or hurt or having their own issues reflected back at them. So Spirit's like, you're protected, keep going, keep being yourself, don't hide, you've got this, we've got this. And you're gonna help so many people by being yourself. Like, don't even be shy. Like, I see flashy lights around you. Like, you have something to share. Then in the relationship, Sacred Geometry Oracle by Lon, we have Intimacy 26. A time of connection is upon you. There might be a little bit of like, again, we started in this period of like, maybe they're, you know, the magnets are kind of going like this for now, and then they come back together. Like, you're just swirling through the caduceus, like self-alchemy. That's the tantric experience of this relationship. You get to have the solo time, you come back together, you're coming back together. Lots of heart healing, love, intimacy. Don't play any games. Don't try to be like, I don't know. Let the connection happen when the divine timing happens, you know? Safe closeness is upon you. And then we have 2 star codes, Astro Oracle, to get some ideas about more themes, more things coming your way, possible like astrology placements. So we have the solar calm of clarify. Things are being illuminated. The path is very obvious at this point of where the relationship is headed, the manifestations that you want. So we're like the luminous energy is shining down on that path. Yes, there's obstacles, but you're aware of them. You're going to meet them. You have the vitality, the health, the strength. Both of you are coming into a space to execute your ideas, which means sometimes destroying things along the way that are standing in the way. You've got this. Like, the powerhouse of both of you is incredible. 3rd house of communication, ruled by Gemini, local travel, siblings. Yeah, a lot of people are listening, and both of you guys are learning to communicate more and be more authentic and simple and adjust accordingly, rather than like having any like, I don't know, chaotic, dramatic situations. It's becoming more like realistic between the 2 of you. And to close out your reading, we have a magical spell card from Lucy Cavendish, just to give you a little fun. We have study, let the mind be clear and strong, let me study well and long. Okay, so whatever you guys are preparing for together, you're going to be learning some stuff. It has to do with money. It has to do with ownership and change and radical shifts. So get ready, be clear, be realistic, be grounded, because I do think it has something to do with investments or something like that. Get to know what you're doing, stick to it. Like, the changes are coming. It's going to be really awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, I'll see ya. Bye. What's up, pile 2? Welcome to your relationship reading. Obviously, this is for those who are in relationship of some sort. We're going to be getting very deep into what's upcoming. Like, what does Spirit want us to know? And this is meant to be in your highest and best alignment. Take what you want, leave the rest. You know, just use what resonates, because this is just supposed to be helpful and useful and as guidance and entertainment. So yeah, if something's like, no, that's way off, just leave it right where it is. Starting off though with your crystal, we have this really beautiful big chunk of pink tourmaline. And what it's making me think of is like if you have any intrusive thoughts, or you get jealous, or you think something's up, or you have suspicions, like, God, universe is telling you not to worry, that is your ego, that you are on the right path, you're being guided. If something was really needed for you to know, you'll know it very clearly. You might be making up problems in your own head sometimes to have something to do, or like, that sounds kind of harsh, but like, you might have experiences from the past that are coming up now, and you're projecting it onto your current situation. And everyone does that. Like, that's not specific just to you, obviously, but you might be at a time where like that stuff is coming up and kind of not ruining things for you, but like making you not get to experience the level of gratitude. So Spirit is saying, count your blessings, pray for gratitude. Know that if there was something needed on your part to change, or something needed to be unveiled, it would be that you're really protected. Anybody who had malintent towards you, anything that's like kind of gone astray with other people in your life, just to trust it. People who go, let them go. People who stay, trust, more trust. And get any support that you need. Talk to the people who have good advice. Hang around the people who have what you want. Don't let other people's problems become yours. Like, your empathy is being tamed. And that's another thing, is I feel like there's a big chunk of work on your plate right now, where you're doing a lot of self-work, you have responsibilities, and your relationship may or may not be adding some stress, or your relationship's playing a part in your life. And so you're just evaluating, and that's a safe, normal, healthy thing to do, whether it's good or bad, or like whether you see a lot of work or you don't. Like, you're just opening your eyes, and that can be overstimulating and overwhelming. And Spirit is giving you the necessary tools and resources and support upcoming to make sure you're like fully feeling the level of blessings that you have in your life. So let's hop into your cards. I pre-shuffled and put them in the pile, but we're going to be seeing them for our first time together. This is all about your relationship, what's upcoming. I do feel a sense of excitement. There's some good news headed your way. You've been putting in a lot of work. You might still feel like you have a lot of developing ahead of you, but the grace and harmony I'm feeling of that happening is like really good. Like, it just flows. And you're going to be really happy that you were so realistic during this time and so in clarity, because the changes you need to make may bring up a lot of emotions, but it's so easy to make them. And I see them mostly being internal. I see it mostly being about like, how do I really embody the person I want to be? How do I really like feel that way? How do I make my head match the external and not go into like self-crisis mode? And how do I like be authentic to who I am and who I've been, and grow realistically? And Spirit saying that will happen so easily. And it might seem like a lot, but you have it in the bag. Okay, so one for you, one for them. We're using the Prism Oracle to start the reading. We have sadness on your part and passion on theirs. So like, you might not understand yet how incredibly beautiful this connection is, because you have a lot that you're processing. And that's kind of what I was feeling, is like, you might not understand that this relationship has so much beauty and potential because it's clouded by something else. You're clouded by something else. Or this could be a situation where the person hasn't caught up to you yet, and they are there, but like they're getting to feel some type of way, and you aren't fully like, you aren't caught up to speed in your mind. I don't know, like it does feel like there's a disconnect if they're passionate and you're feeling kind of sad. You could just have stuff on your heart that you're seeding through and working through, and having to trust the process of yourself is hard. And they might already be there. They've already done that work. And in some ways you might feel like, well, I have more to work through. But like the truth is, the Spirit's saying, don't be in self-pity mode. Because when you can authentically apply your will to be who you want to be, you don't have anything that's truly going to hold you back. Yes, there are challenges and there are feelings, but like those things don't define you, and if you let it define you, it will, because you're a very spiritual type of person where the thoughts you think become your reality. So rewiring your brain can be hard, but that's kind of what you're doing. And they have already done that. They're waiting for you. They're there. It's solid. But I do think that this person could have some unhealthy habits that could stop you from wanting that connection also. Or you're seeing something in them that you see in yourself, and it's making it hard for you to stay clear-headed, which is why you have so much clarity being provided to you right now. Okay, so let's see how this works out. Let's keep going. Because we have the Hidden Truth Oracle. These cards can be a little feisty, but they're good. So this is the Hidden Truth. This is messages from their higher self that they want you to know now. Okay? I want to be more than friends. I'm starting to understand our connection. I'm so attracted to you. Okay, so you might not be ready to like really embody this relationship. And again, if this is somebody that is unhealthy or you have a past with, I want you to just click out of this reading. Because if someone, I do get this feeling that this person could be kind of like manipulative for some of you. And if they're just trying to get to you and they haven't done the work that they need to do and you aren't interested in a relationship, don't be watching this reading, okay? So let's just weed that out and move forward with those of you who maybe are dealing more with mental things and this person is ready and you are with them and, you know, you want to build something with them, but you might just have some stuff to work through before you can fully feel that, okay? Okay. So yeah, like opening your heart up is very important here, obviously. Getting to know them and maybe coming out of self and into interest about them can actually be healthy and useful for you. Like you might feel like you want to just focus on you, but like I'm getting this feeling that like so much reflection isn't actually like what you need. You also need like new excitement. So finding ways to be excited with them is important. Like you being like, wow, we could do this thing together, and like not like setting huge expectations and bossing them around to do things, but like trying to connect to them and understand their inner child and spend fun time with that is going to bring more excitement and help you let your guard down a little bit of like, you don't have to be so distant, or you don't have to like force things to look a certain way. You can just be in the moment, and like you don't have to be protecting yourselves or in survival anymore. They're kind of bringing you out of that. And they have a lot to offer to you, and they are growing, and you might put them in a box sometimes and think that there's just this person. Like you might think you know the inside and out of them, but actually they're growing and changing, and you've been looking at yourself, and now it's time to kind of look back at them and see what they have to offer, because they do have some things to offer you. And there is like present fun and excitement that can be available if you extend yourself rather than maybe holding a cage around the heart. Moving into the Romance Angels Oracle, we have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, so like there could just be something about you that doesn't want to believe that this is like all there is. It's like, I think you think you're more mature than them in a way, and Spirit's kind of saying like, hey, lighten up. Because yes, while you can self-validate and move through what you want to do and do your schedule and like take on your responsibilities, and it might not be just like them, this experience in this relationship is meant to bring more fun into your life and to help you like keep an eye on the world, like understand the world and explore it, like traveling with them, or being more like vulnerable with what you're working through and how it's maybe scary for you to open up, and ways they can help you open up in that moment and what you want to do, like being more chaotic and fun, and like being like, I just want to do this right now, and inviting them along, or like trying to connect to them is important. And being honest and just like and not distant, you know, like I think Spirit's like, come together, you know. And we're going to see more in your tarot right now. So this is going to show us how we're flowing and operating and what this relationship is moving into. We have the Moonchild Tarot. So we have the King of Pentacles, Six of Cups inversed, Death inversed, and Ace of Cups. Some of you could have had children recently. Some of you have children. Some of you want children. Something with your children could kind of be like affecting you right now. And this person is offering a lot of stability actually for you. And I keep seeing like someone praying for more gratitude about that. Like being like, help me be more grateful and embody my gratitude and embody like the blessings that are actually around me so I can feel happy. Like you might need to actually ask for the help of just feeling better in your current situation without trying to like demand yourself to make new expectations and new goals and do new work. It's like learning how to be grateful with what is going to help things blossom, because I do get the sense that you're reminiscing in a sad way. So something sad could have happened, or you could be grieving something, but you're denying the opportunity to start anew, right? Like this, whatever is upon you right now brings a new beginning. There is something like a new version of life that is coming forward, and it's actually better than the one you had, which is hard to believe for some of you, but it's like you have blessings that are better and going to upgrade your life so much on the horizon. So Spirit is like helping you get through the work that'll be necessary if you want to like really set a new tone for yourself. So there's a lot of new creativity coming your way. Arts and crafts could be calling you. Spending quality time with this partner is calling you. Like they have an idea for the life that you guys are going to be living implanted in them, and you connecting to them is kind of necessary for you to get on board and come up with, you know, your own creative endeavors that are on the horizon. I hope that made sense, but it's like shaking out of the feelings that are here now is important, and they're going to help you do that. So focusing on them, spending time with them, those things help you do that. Okay, my camera's about to die, so I'm going to switch the battery. Okay, moving right along into the Moonology cards, we have one for you and one for them. We have Gemini and Cancer, so those could be prominent placements in either of your charts. Six of Cups is Mercury in Scorpio, I believe, and King of Pentacles is Earth energy, Earth signs. Death is Scorpio. Ace of Cups are water signs. So Gemini and Cancer, though, could be prominent placements in one or both of you. So you have the new moon in Cancer. Relax. I get the feeling that you're a pretty high-strung person in terms of like you always have like a lot of goals, a lot of projects, a lot of things going on in your mind. And the moon being in Cancer can make you very psychically charged, can make you kind of suspicious because of all the things you pick up on. The empathy can be overwhelming. So opening up your heart even more with that new moon in Cancer can be hard. But it's like, don't focus so much on what you need to do. Focus on what you need to feel and then do accordingly. Like if you need to connect to this person, clear your schedule out a little bit and work with them on that. Or, you know, try to do something nice for somebody else. Try to be of service at this time in a relaxed way with your heart. Like you don't have to do things for other people, but connecting and kind of being more in that maternal energy towards others can be helpful towards this time, or can be helpful during this time. And stepping more into your feminine energy, doing something that makes you feel sexy. Like it's a very fertile time also. Like, so there's a lot of new horizons for you that make you very happy. And let's say like you're not, if something with your children is going on, or you're not like pregnant yet, or you're I don't know, feeling like empty nest, if something like that is going on, or you're not like getting the attention that you want from children, this could be a sign to like start to find other things to caretake, like gardening. There are other things to caretake. Or let's say you caretake someone or something, like Spirit's asking you to kind of diversify what you focus on in terms of emotionally. And know that multiple streams of emotional fulfillment are kind of necessary for you right now. They're in first quarter moon in Gemini. They're ready to talk, to connect, to blossom, to grow. They're manifesting something new, and you're more in a relaxed period. So meeting in the middle, movie night, like doing something chill together can be really nice right now. And they might have something to say to you. Like they have stuff in their head that they might need help getting out. And you making time to show them that like you're in your soft vulnerableness rather than like more of a shelled directional figure in their life. Like that will help them soften up and open up too. And to see a little bit of the alchemy between you guys, we have the Alchemy deck by Kim Kranz. You have resin and they have sublimination. So I think you're focused more on the real life. Your resin literally like holds things tightly. Sublimination, they're literally like moving into happiness. So focusing on the past is not a good idea right now for you. Reminiscing, all those things are not going to serve you. So I think that's why Spirit's calling you to them, because it's like they might take you out of your skin. Being around them shakes up your patterns naturally, and that's kind of what you need. So you can still do all of your responsibilities and do all that, but like try to prioritize living like them a little bit. Even if you think that's not possible, like some of that medicine is necessary for you right now so that you can kind of come back to what is strong and sturdy and what is your routine and what you are focusing on, and kind of shake up some of those patterns, because some of them obviously are not serving you. Okay, moving into Keepers of the Light Oracle, we have 1, the White Eagle Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern is being healed now. So you could be grieving something that happened. Your ancestors though do see you. People on the other side see you, and they want you to be happy. And they're saying we've put some new downloads into this person for you to explore. So go ahead and open up with them. Check it out. It's time. Keep going. Okay? And then we have a Sacred Geometry of Relationship Oracle from the Lawn deck. So 23, Honesty. The energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. Let them in. Let them in. And let yourself in too. Like, to be honest with yourself doesn't mean to be like mean or realistic. It means to be honest about your feelings. Like, I get it more in the feelings. And all this blue, it's like you're purifying yourself of an identity and you're coming into a new one. So you have it. You have what it takes. You have all the knowledge. You're moving forward. The emotions are hard for you sometimes. And getting closer to your person is what's important. Okay? Number 48, this is the Star Codes Astro Codes Oracle. Wait, no. Star Codes Astro Oracle. We have 10th house of authority ruled by Capricorn and progressions journey. So yeah, this person does have something they may be manifesting, and in a matter of time, it'll be affecting you in a very positive way. And I think that's why Spirit's like, hey, don't pass them off as someone who's not doing enough or immature, because they actually have something that is going to very much excite you and help you. And you are used to being the builder. You're used to directing the show. You're used to doing that for yourself. And you're coming into a new identity, a new job, a new way of moving through things. A new identity in the world is coming towards you, and they play a very big role in it. So prepare. That's why the detachment is important. And your ancestors are like, hey, this is important. Like, this next phase of your life is awesome. It's important for you to get ready for this emotionally, because it's going to be great. And don't make a habit of being in pity or sadness. Because like money, new stuff is headed your way that's going to be very authentically exciting. Like, don't focus on what's stale or not there. Focus on circulating this energy through so you can really fully absorb all the blessings that are about to come for you and this person. And to close it out, we have Lucy Cavendish magical spell cards. So you have card number 29 of healing, candle flame, burn this hour, bring to me your healing power. Maybe some candle work could be good for you. Getting in touch with ritual. And if you're grieving something, give yourself that time, obviously. Like, you have all the emotional bandwidth ever and a lot of good knowledge on psychology and all these things, but I think Spirit's just like, hey, don't spend all your time trying to fix and feel. Like, also go out and get new experiences, because something great is headed your way and your life is significantly going to change. And healing is available. Sorry if that's annoying to say. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it's a little bit harsh, but that's just what happened. So leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought. And until next time, I'll see ya. Bye. What's up, pile 3? Welcome to your reading. I'm very excited to be giving you this relationship reading. This is for relationships, not for situationships. Maybe if it's becoming a relationship, but this isn't like, will you be together? This is like existing relationship reading, just to let you know. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel. It very much supports me. It's a good energy exchange. And I pre-shuffled and put your cards into a pile. We have a ton of Oracle and Tarot, but I haven't seen them, so we'll be seeing them for our first time together. As always, take what serves you and leave the rest. This is a mass reading, so some things might not resonate and they're just not meant for you, so just leave them where they are. Take what does serve you, because this reading is only meant to be something that guides and supports. So yeah, there's a hair in my eye. I bet the camera can see it, or it can't, but anyway, we'll just keep going. Okay, so looking at your reading, we have this really sweet little nugget of quartz clusters. So I do get a feeling that, you know, having a family could be on the horizon, or you have a family. I get family reunions, gatherings, holiday season, like, I don't know, like, I just feel like there's closeness right now for you and this person on the horizon. And I see a lot of sweetness and lightening up, like Spirit's very much being like, this is a good thing, this is a good time. Like, don't trip and don't jump to conclusions that you're bored, or I don't know, like, be patient, but there are a lot of good things coming up. And so don't fall into any old habits of seeing things through a pessimistic view, which I don't think you are. I think you're pretty excited, and I think you're feeling creative, and the other person is too. So we'll just hop into the cards. The first deck we're working with is the Prism Oracle. We have one for you, Faith, and one for them, Fear. Okay, so you guys could be on a horizon of sorts. Something could be coming in or changing, or there's a goal in mind, and they're being more rational. They're being a little bit more cautious, and you know it. You know what's coming. So you were kind of holding this golden ember of delight, and they are going to do more of the groundwork, I see. Like, once they get on board with this thing, they open up a lot more. Right now, they can't really picture it, whereas you have the more broad vision. So let's just keep going. We have the Hidden Truth Oracle, so things that their higher self may want you to know going through their head right now. Yeah. You were the best thing in my life. Just being near you is intoxicating. And I left when I saw you with someone. Okay, so I don't always take it super literally, but the general message that I get is like, this person does have a hard time trusting, because they kind of, like, if there is a big shift on the horizon, if there's something you're manifesting or wanting them to join you on, or you're just wanting more closeness, this person might have something in their head where they felt abandoned at some point and they lost themselves in their emotions. And so they're just cautious, because they know what it feels like to be disappointed with something, and they just want to make sure the coast is clear and it's safe, okay? And giving them the necessary space, time, attention, and like honoring their feelings in their process and showing them that they're like on your team and they're playing a very important role can help things speed up, because you're showing them that like you're not just directing them, you're not just like out of your you're showing them that your feet are on the ground and you honor their opinion and you want them in your life. That's important. Yeah, okay. So giving them more validation and genuinely trusting their timing and their process is beneficial for you. Like, let's say they're like, but I think we should wait. I think we should do more research. I think we should such and such. It might be uncomfortable for you because you think it's unnecessary, but do trust their process because they are working on divine timing just like you are. And you have different roles, but you're playing on the same team. Moving forward, we have the Romance Angels Oracle. True love. This is a romance of a lifetime and unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry. Okay, so like we have a lot of this conflicting energy. Like maybe something happened between the two of you that kind of betrayed trust. And that is hard, obviously, to balance. Like, or this situation at hand, whatever is going on, it's like, might be like moving the scales around of balance, right? So it's either going to be like buckle down and get together and go forward, which requires both of you to be very open-minded, or it might be kind of like there might be suspicion, there might be things holding this relationship back, and that will have to move, how it will move in time. Let's just keep going. The Moonchild Tarot. So this just shows us a little bit of like this transitionary phase into the future. Okay, so we have the Queen and the King of Cups inversed. Highly emotional situation, highly emotionally charged situation. Both people have very valid feelings. Now the points of view though might be skewed and biased. Like, I do think both of you have to be more open to each other and not so like focused on how you see things panning out. If you do have children, because the Knight of Cups, you have three of the 4 court cards. So it's like, there could be so much charm here and maybe even manipulation of like getting what you want or making an outcome happen that it almost is like hard to believe. But something like a really big blessing is coming. I feel like a big purchase is happening, like, because there's also the 10 of Pentacles upright. It's like, I almost feel like you could have such a lofty ideal and see the full vision of like executing this, and they're like, are you the person I thought you were? Like, they are like shook. And so you have to not be so, you have to still let them be like a source of honor and wisdom and respect their point of view because it's valid. And in turn, they can start to respect your intuition. And this is not on anyone's timeline. Like, this will have to be something you're patient for. But with the Knight of Cups, like, movement is happening. You could be moving, and it could cause, like, you know, turbulence. Like, just change causes turbulence. You could be having some sort of shift, though, on the horizon. And being open-minded to their fears is good, because you don't want to just be all charming and like trying to get your way, because how are they going to trust you? And how are they going to like really work on things? They're going to come around though. Like, this blessing does come to fruition. The manifestation does come to fruition if you let them have their space in a way and let them process things on their own timing and stop trying to make light all the time of the situation. Like, they might need to move through their process so they can trust that you can let them do that. And then the timeline can speed up and this manifestation will happen, okay? So lots of money on the horizon, lots of really big upgrades, but like prioritizing the connection and the bond means being patient with each other. And you can be the example of that. If you're the one hearing this message, you can kind of lead the way in that and let things happen on divine timing, because it's a very spiritual experience that you're moving through right now. Very much a collaboration with angels and spirit guides. And so getting all high on life is great, but being sustainable is also necessary. So you have to show that your feet are on the ground to everybody around you, the guides working with you. Like, you can't just like loose cannon into a big manifestation. So being excited, good. reel it in a little bit, be realistic, listen to what they have to say. But a big change and a lot of money is headed your way. Or a big symbol of like wealth to you is coming your way. Like where it's like, yes, maybe not a flood of cash, but a purchase, an investment, a person, a connection. Like something is headed both of your way, where at first it might be like, wait, is this real? And then you can I'm seeing falling into the rhythm and the new lifestyle that this thing brings in. Okay? Also, don't party too much right now. With all this water inversed, it's like you don't really want to sacrifice your vessel at all. Like you need to be doing the most healthiest lifestyle you're capable of. Okay, Moonology and manifestation, one for you. First quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. And for them, new moon in Taurus, know your worth. Okay, so you could be doing some internal work right now, trying to get this relationship to a really positive place. Again, I think maybe somehow you betrayed their trust, or something might have happened that caused a wedge between the two of you because they felt so vulnerable. And not saying you didn't feel vulnerable, but like, I think that really cleansing right now is important for you. Like if you are, let's say they express something to you. I'm gonna give a drinking example. Let's say they say, I think you're drinking too much. And you're like, this is not bad, or this is not a thing. Listen to them, okay? If they say, I think this is a kind of dicey situation, I don't know if I want to put this much money towards that right now, just trust them. The timing is going to line up. Whatever needs to happen will. But you're being called to do a little bit more work on yourself before this big manifestation comes into your life. And they are practicing expressing, how can I be in this relationship, in love? How can I also make this the best relationship possible and honor myself and reclaim some of the parts of me that have gone missing in the past, whether to do with you or not. They're holding the ground and they are going to bring in the manifestation. You might even be pushing them to put their assets towards something. And it will line up, but there's some work that's going to be done first. Then we have the Alchemy deck by Kim Krantz. So one for you, the Androgen, perfect, and one for them, Jupiter. So yeah, I think that they have some sort of big money opportunity coming their way, like, or they could have even like lost a job. They could have been through something with money, and now they're upon an expansion, and you're helping them get back into the spirit of like abundance and manifestation, and you're helping them direct. And they could be a little bit afraid of being lofty with resources right now because, yeah, they've been let down, or something, they're just being realistic. You're helping bridge that gap though. Your creativity is going to really come into play and be streamlined in the future. So I see like the manifestation kind of coming through them, like they are a muse of some sort for the money or the manifestation or the move. They have a big role in it. They have a lot to offer to the situation. Once they believe that, you'll be able to help streamline some of the, let me turn that off because I like the dinging, but also no more. And then once they settle into like, okay, this is real, this is what we're doing, then they start to trust your direction a lot more. And that's because by then you've kind of settled into this leader of sorts that can be very much trusted, and yeah, the ego kind of dies down and the excitement kind of settles, and everything is more realistic. You guys are on the same page of like, wow, and really get to enjoy the manifestation together rather than like from separate perspectives. Moving forward with the Keepers of Light Oracle card, we have El Moria, Awakening Presence. Yeah, both of you are shifting. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So yeah, just make sure you're doing the next right thing. Take their advice. They'll start to take yours. This manifestation is very much protected. There's no need to rush or figure out even what it is if you don't know, because something is coming that's going to change your lives in a very positive way. And there's a lot of abundance, manifestation, beautiful times ahead of you, hosting parties, decorating. There's a lot of really fun things ahead of both of you, but right now it's just like, okay, let's get through the turbulence of how we can, get the plane into the air, and then we can go about our business. So lots of protection. This is a meant for you manifestation, meaning there's no stopping it. But the lessons you learn along the way, though they might not seem so monumental to you, are monumental to the relationship. Then we have our Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle 10, Authenticity. Okay, so you're learning how to be a more evolved version of yourself. You're learning how to do some self-balancing, and they're learning about their worth. I think that's enough said. Yeah, and then we have the Star Codes, Astro Oracle, could be relevant to the people in this relationship with the placements, or just the archetypes are teachers. So we have Virgo, Digest. Virgo is the 6th house of health and everyday routine. Again, balancing it all out, making sure that you're collaborating with spirit, yourself, and them in your lifestyle. And yeah, like I think that message just keeps arising of like, if they do tell you that they think something, like you gotta listen if you want this relationship to really work. And then we have the Moon, perception. Like, yeah, they're perceiving something, and so are you, and you don't have any bad intentions, but I do think that like something could be throwing them off, and you're being called to come more to their side than they are to your side in a way. And then you'll kind of get what you want, and you'll be in the place internally that you need to be to experience it in a sustainable manner, if you will. And that could require, paying more attention to health. What are you doing with your everyday routine? Are you being realistic? Like, some changes are just going to happen for you naturally, and you've got it. It's going to be great. And then, yeah, they're just coming into that more feminine part of themselves of they can trust their wisdom. They can be validated in what they're thinking. Ooh. Yeah, vulnerability. This is how they're doing it. They have a clear view of something also. And then to close your reading out, we have a magical spell card from Lucy Cavendish. Card number 27 of Harmony. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. This is another thing. You could be kind of pushing for them to excel through something, and they have a different way of doing that push. With 27 though, that's the number of years roughly for a Saturn orbit, and Saturn rules land, agriculture, hard work, prioritizing evolution over emotions. So, but you guys are collaborating to make a big thing happen essentially, and their hardest lessons usually come with the biggest blessings, right? And as you move through those, the universe will keep blessing and keep moving you and evolving you and upgrading you. Perfect. You guys have a lot of beauty to share and a lot of like new things coming your way and a big blessing. So I love this for you. I have so much faith in you. So does the universe. Spirit loves you. Your ancestors love you. No, I didn't say this at the end of all the other readings, but I just felt called to say it now. So if you enjoyed this, please like the video, leave a comment letting me know what you think. What is this manifestation? What's going on? And until next time, I'll see you. Bye.